Hi. Yesterday was a very big day for Marvel. It was a big day for a lot of things. It was a big day for Star Wars, a big day for Disney, just in general, obviously. But specifically Marvel, because we haven't gotten Marvel content all year. Especially when we were expecting to get so much, we didn't. Especially for our Disney Plus shows, we haven't gotten anything since the Super Bowl. Forever ago. And yesterday, at the Disney Investor Day thing, we got a lot of stuff. We got WandaVision trailer, Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer, Loki trailer, What If series preview trailer sort of thing. We got some info on other movies. We got a look into She-Hulk. We got a look into Miss Marvel, and Fantastic Four is coming, which is super exciting. We didn't get any news on Spider-Man 3, which is fine because I mean, do we really honestly expect it? No. But anyways, today what we're gonna do is I am going to go through the WandaVision trailer, the Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer, and the Loki trailer in 3 different videos. We're gonna go through each of the trailers, and I'm kind of gonna do like a little frame by frame, kind of in-depth analysis sort of thing, to the best of my knowledge, and kind of share things that like I saw that you might not have, just like little bits and pieces that like I thought were interesting. We're just gonna talk about it because I'm so confused on so many things, you know? There was just a lot. There was so much information to take in yesterday. I think like I went to bed at 4 in the morning. Okay, but anyways, in this video we're gonna go through the WandaVision trailer, frame by frame, and kind of just analyze it. So let's get to it. Disclaimer, everything I'm saying is a theory. Don't get mad at me if like I say something that's probably wrong, because I don't know too much. This is all just, I don't know too much. I just like to theorize things and analyze things. So we're just having fun and it's fine.
So what's a single gal like you doing rattling around this big house? Well,
off the bat, we see it kind of set in the 50s, very much like I Love Lucy era type things, but you know, we see her zap wedding rings onto her Vision, clearly, you know, setting that this is obviously going to be not an actual reality. It's not a real reality. We definitely see like the humor that we get from those black and white 1950s sitcoms like I Love Lucy, The Life of Riley, stuff like that. If I'm not mistaken, I think they did film, not necessarily all of it, but I think they filmed bits and pieces of this in front of a live audience. Don't quote me on that. I think I heard that somewhere, but I don't know where. Okay, so we see it kind of transition from the 50s to I think more like the 70s, 60s. I'm gonna go with the 70s, but it very well could be the 60s. I don't know my decades. But we see a transition, things change. She looks terrifying in this frame, which is fair because I think she's supposed to go insane in this, correct? She's supposed to go insane. So it makes sense that she would look insane, but she looks terrifying. Yeah, that looks like that haircut. Wait, let's back it up for a second. Now in this frame, the backdrop looks painted. Like, I mean, obviously we know Marvel can do good CGI, so it's obvious it's like that on purpose. That's interesting. But yeah, Paul Bettany here, getting very 70s vibes. But then again, I don't really know my decades all that well, so don't quote me on that one. Okay, so on IMDb or Google or whatever, Kathryn Hahn is listed as nosy neighbor, but we know from what we saw of her in, I think, like the first WandaVision trailer we got, she plays Agatha Harkness, who is like a witch, essentially. I read up on her a little bit because, I mean, I don't know who she is. Apparently, she is a witch. She survived the Salem witch trials, and unlike a lot of people in Marvel, her like powers are magical as opposed to being based off something scientific like Wanda, whose like powers she got from the Soul Stone, whatever. Agatha's are just like are straight up magical. So that's interesting. And then apparently I guess she mentors Wanda in how to use her powers. So I guess we kind of, as we go through the eras in this show, I'm assuming it would be really cool if every single episode was laid out like episode 1 is a 50s sitcom, episode 2 60s, episode 3 70s, 80s, whatever, until we get to present day. And she has to deal with all the ramifications of whatever is going on in the show. But so I think it's gonna progress with Kathryn Hahn just being like nosy side character neighbor, like, you know, the comic relief that we see in sitcoms like that. But I think she's gonna progress and progress, And then, like we saw in the trailer, when Vision kind of breaks her out of the trance that they're in, and she's like, am I dead? And he's like, no, why would you think that? And she's like, because you are. When he does that, she's awake and she's gonna be fully aware, and then she's gonna become a bigger, more main character. But I think it's gonna take a couple episodes to get into that, but that's just a theory. My phone just freaked out. Anyways, so we get to see Monica Rambeau. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know how to pronounce the name. So I'm just gonna say Monica. We know Monica is the girl from she's a little girl from Captain Marvel. We have confirmation that she's going to be in Captain Marvel 2. I don't know too much about her, so I looked it up because I like to share information. Apparently, her power is that she can transform herself into any form of energy. Whatever that means. It says that she has the ability to control gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet radiation, visible light, electricity, infrared radiation, microwaves, and radio waves. So, according to this, if she can control visible light, she can kind of alter her physical appearance or something like that to kind of make her look different, look like somebody else apparently. She also can fly. She has superhuman speed, intangibility, invisibility, energy absorption, energy blasts, which might be that part from the first trailer we got where we see her kind of blast out of nowhere. That might be what that is. Who knows? I certainly don't know. We see Monica and we see Wanda, and Wanda doesn't know who she is. She literally says, "Who are you?" Again, another frame where Wanda looks absolutely terrifying. In the best way possible. Around this point in the trailer, we're kind of seeing like glitches in the system is what I want to call it, but like, you know what I mean. And we're gonna see characters like kind of glitch and like break character looking absolutely terrified, which is really cool. Okay, so we hear over the radio someone say, "Wanda, can you read me? Who is doing this to you?"
Wanda, can you read me? Who's doing this to you?
Which I thought was super weird because it might have just been me and my friends, but this whole time we all kind of assumed that Wanda was doing this to herself. And I don't know if we thought that she was doing it on purpose or what. We all kind of assumed that she was making this false reality. So is somebody else doing it to her? Are they lying on the radio? I'm assuming the people on the radio are people from S.W.O.R.D., which is like S.H.I.E.L.D. for like aliens, I'm pretty sure. Whatever the specifics are. We see somebody in like a beekeeper suit. That's what it looks like to me. I saw somebody else say that it's a hazmat suit, but like that looks like a beekeeper, right? I'm not crazy. So we hear them say, "This is our home, let's fight for it." So do they eventually realize that they are in a false reality, but they're at the point where they're like, at least in this false reality we get to be together, we want to stay here? Because if they leave it, then Vision's dead. That's what I got from that. Wanda looks tired. Hey, it's Jim Halpert. I'm kidding. It's not Jim Halpert, but it is Agent Woo from Ant-Man and the Wasp. And so we see Agent Woo here running with soldiers, and he is still in what looks like an FBI agent jacket, because we know he worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. and he got recruited by the FBI. It still looks like he's in his FBI jacket. So are these people the FBI? Is it S.W.O.R.D.? Is it S.H.I.E.L.D.? Who is it? And why do they have people that look like they're in the army with them? Insane. I feel like the FBI wouldn't be... The reason why I feel like the FBI would not be in charge of handling something that is so supernatural like Wanda's powers, which is why I'm confused why Agent Woo is there. Who knows? This looks like a storm of Wanda's powers. This looks insane. If she does something this powerful, that's going to be insane. But then again, it looks like Wanda's powers, but it also looks like it's on a screen. You see these little lines right here. It looks like a screen. Like, it looks fake. See, yeah, that looks like a screen. That's what it looks like when you try and take a picture of a screen. Right? And of course, we have Darcy. Darcy's back. What could Darcy possibly be doing in WandaVision? And she looks terrified too. Darcy looks terrified. Now, I noticed this today. I know throughout the trailer, we've been seeing Wanda and she looks more and more beat up as the trailer goes on. But tell me that this right here does not look like the end of Winter Soldier. Like when she's in her post-credit scene and she's doing her thing with the blocks, she looks exactly the same, right? Like, I know she's looked beat up this whole time, but she looks exactly like she did in that scene. I'm not saying anything. Obviously, it's a theory, but it could be possible that we go all the way back to, like, Age of Ultron. And, like, she, in her mind, like, has to revisit something that happened to her, and we're going to learn more about her through that, but it's very possible. I don't know how I feel about Vision in a turtleneck. I feel like that's kind of a cursed image. I don't know. Hi. Hi, buddy. So that's it for analyzing the WandaVision trailer. Now, we all know that Marvel is really good at giving us trailers without giving us any details about the plot of the show or the movie or whatever. So I feel like the more I get from WandaVision, the more confused I am. Like, trying to think about what's going to happen in the show already gives me a headache. But in the best way possible, you know? Obviously, we're going to see Wanda go insane. She's gonna go insane. This is really like gonna be the start of a very, very supernatural side of Marvel. Because up until now, Marvel's been kind of like a very grounded sort of franchise. Everything's like in New York, which is a real place. You kind of get the vibe that like, oh, you know, this could happen in our real life. Like, this could totally happen. With Phase 4, we're getting more and more supernatural as we go. And this is the first thing we're getting from Phase 4. It's gonna be insane. I'm very excited for it. Those are just some things that I noticed in the trailer, and those are some explanations I found on the internet of like certain characters or things that you probably were confused on, because I was confused on them too. I feel like it's always easier to hear someone explain something as opposed to trying to read about it. But yeah, let me know your theories for WandaVision in the comments, because I have no idea. It's gonna be a lot, whatever it is, and I'm so excited for January 15th. I think I'm gonna do sort of like a reaction sort of thing to every episode. Like, I'll watch it and I'll film myself watching it, and I'll post like my spoiler reactions like as I watch it and stuff, or I'll do like spoiler reviews after every episode. But you know, we got a whole month until that happens. That's my kind of frame by frame in-depth analysis of the WandaVision trailer. Let me know if I missed anything, because the odds are I probably did. There's so much to unpack in all of these trailers. And make sure you check out the Falcon and Winter Soldier review that I'll have, and also the Loki trailer that I'll have later up. But yeah, we're gonna analyze everything, and we're gonna talk about it, and it's gonna be a great time. That's WandaVision, and thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you later.